So this episode, I wouldn't say we got a lot of action like the first episode, but we did get some dialogue, some action. But let's go over everything, that was kind of showed this episode. So one, at the end they decide to help Aaron out, and they get everyone at the cells and to help. And then, as you can see, while Mikasa's she's getting ready with her gear. Um, she when she leaves for the battlefield, she leaves her red scarf, and a person next to her told her, "Oh, you're not gonna take," because usually she does take it, and I think it was kind of a sign, since because the only reason she likes that scarf is because Aaron gave it to her, and when she said, "I'm fine, I'll leave it," meaning that she's kind of beginning to, I guess, separate herself from Aaron. I mean, that's how I took that scene. The next scene, I'm not that much of a. I'd like to think I'm not much of a weird person, but that scene with, when they come out and they see, the overview of this thing, what's happening inside the walls, with the tech, the balloons and everything, fire, burning buildings, and everything. I thought it was kind of, I guess you could say, beautiful to a certain aspect. When I saw it, I thought it was, beautiful, visually appealing. Next, we got, Gabby and Gabby, when people were passing by, the enemies, the aliens, and everyone and the family was like, "Oh, I hope Ben and Maria are okay." Them too, because those are their names, quote unquote names they used. So that's the only way they know them, by Ben and Maria. And they said, "Oh, I hope Ben and Maria they're fine." And then in the last, the little girl with the blonde hair said, "Why would you care about a person that killed Big Sis Sasha?" And then that's when it hits Gabby that, oh, they're human like us too. They're just put on this island, but they're human like us. They're not demons or anything. And to me, that for me, that's not enough to realize that. You could have realized that the first time, when you met them, but no, you you call them demons instead. So that didn't really help your case, but at least you kind of know now that they're humans like you. And I found it funny in that scene. Also, Falco kind of confessed to his feelings for Gabby. "Oh, I love you. I want you to live a long life with me." And obviously, Sasha blushes. Gabby blushes, and I just cringed kind of, because you guys are in the middle of a battle. It's not the time for that. Maybe after you can, but now is not the time. So I kind of skipped that whole scene, and then we get, at the last minute, freaking the Beastine appeared in this form and trying to get the cart titan. It appeared at a distance where it was, where you can see skeleton, and Zeke assumed, oh, it's probably dead by now, because he saw the skeleton and the smoke. He was like, yeah, they're dead by now, and he was waiting on Aaron. And little did they know that Pika and the rest were, I guess, kind of hiding in the under the skeleton. They kind of surprised everyone, and headshot the Beastine, and it fell slowly, and you could see the surprise on pretty much everyone's face, especially Aaron's, because he didn't think about that. And one little consistency I found during this episode, I should have mentioned it last, but I think I forgot, was that the I guess the armor titan is illustrated very different. So in part one, you see him, I guess more older, kind of like he has a chiseled face. He has like spikes on his arms, like more, I guess more advanced or something than when we were introduced to him for 1 through the third season. And then for part two, I guess they decided to go back to the original drawing of him and continue that. And before the whole battle begins, I think was we can see freaking Eren, taking the beating from the armored titan, pretty much. And I think while Eren was getting pummeled, it kind of, I kind of got the idea from him that he was he's plotting something like this. Everything is like his plan, like, oh, I'm gonna let him believe he's beating me, and then I'll turn the tables on him last minute. And the reason I think about that is because not once during the whole, Reiner beating him up, never once did we see Eren's dialogue, him inside of the Titan's body. So many might think that what he did was a last ditch effort to survive, with the whole screaming, but I think it was turn the tables on him, like call help. And I mean, yeah, I think it was part of his plans to get beaten up, but and then I guess we just gotta I am excited for the next episode. I mean, I can't wait. Obviously there was a lot of suspense building up to when he died. Well, when he didn't die, but he got shot in the neck. And I mean, I don't think he's dead. I think he will rise up. I mean, I'm very interested on where the anime studio decides to take the story, like what obstacles will it go through. And I guess we just gotta wait for next week on that. But leave a like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts and opinions down below for me to read. But thank you and peace.